in the office.
We're recording now.
So Victoria and I were talking before you guys got on, and I was just saying that I think we did have a little bit of a miscommunication because I thought I was working on the fact sheet, but it appears that I mean, and I did put a couple of things on there. I think you guys saw those. But I think we've got that under control. I sent the story over to Cami and Trish, her wife, and they're looking over it to make sure that it's accurate and depicts them in a way that they're comfortable with sharing. But I don't think that it's going to be an issue. Over the weekend, they were looking for family photos and that sort of thing, and I kind of let them know that like we have a little bit of a timeline that we're working on, and I think Trisha's going to either work on it tonight when she gets home from work, or probably, hopefully, sometime tomorrow, and get those pictures to us. Once that stuff comes in, I can start putting them in the PowerPoint. The only question that I have at this point is, what is, other than the personal story for the audiovisual, what is the message that we're trying to convey in that video? Do you want me to write it? Is it something that we can maybe pull from Julie's either project or the paper that she turned in?
Yeah, I wasn't sure either, like what would be where we're gonna put that video, and what else we need to put on it except for the story. What do you guys? I agree with that question. I'm not sure what we decided last time.
So I feel like if we incorporate the story kind of as a grab your attention, and then include a little bit of the facts about, screening saves lives, it decreases, the mortality rate or something like that. And we want to support early detection, so contact the governor at blah, 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 and ask him to support funding for breast cancer screening or something. Just a simple.
So kind of like the fact sheet, but with the story with a little bit more details.
And just a short little ask at the end, get them like going, oh, wow, that's important, and this is what happens, and this is how I can help make that better.
So if I work on making sure that the story fits into maybe say 4 minutes, and get the pictures into the PowerPoint and that sort of thing, in the next couple of days, can somebody work on whatever it is that we're trying to say, and I'll figure out like a break in the stories. And then also, I don't think that it's going to be a problem if only one person records it. Like, I don't think that all 5 of us have to get back together to record it. So I don't think that that's like an issue in terms of timing, as long as we can get it done and I can get it to you guys. I mean, I'm hoping as soon as possible, but I honestly don't know how long it's going to take to get them to get the pictures to me. I'm hoping that's not going to be an issue. They are very forthcoming with all the other information, so I don't see why that would be a problem. What do you guys think about that?
Do we want to do the audio visual sort of like with ACLS, this is why, life is why, something similar to that, where we put, this is why you should get early screening, or why you should get your routine screenings, and just kind of work that into it? What do you think?
Yeah, I mean, I think there's like a break in the story where it talks about what the future is for Cami and like what she wants to convey to people and that sort of thing. And I think I wanted to tell the story, and then even though she had an 8 centimeter mass, she never felt it even after she knew it was there. So I need to put that in there too. But kind of like find a natural break, add in, this is why it's so important to get screening, blah, 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 blah. Early detection saves lives. These are the facts. This is how many women, part of the stuff from the fact sheet, and then go back into like her motivating, last words type thing. And then maybe again at the end, do you guys think we should put the contact the governor in the middle or at the end, or?
I think the end, to kind of sum it up, like, this is the importance and this is what we want to convey, and then at the end, what we're asking.
Jenkins
Okay.
is good with it too. But I
Same
like
thing. Tell the story, insert the facts, end with her motivational message, and then this is what you can do.
I think that sounds good.
Have we decided for sure who our audience is?
I think the social media pages was good. That was a good idea to me. I think that's the best way to. And then if people wanted to, like, breast cancer, or like in the Kentucky Cancer Society page that they have, Facebook page, Instagram page, they could have links to that. I think that it's pretty perfect.
I do too.
And I do like what you said, Nicole. If we did say this, I think that's catchy. This is why, something like that to put on there. Yeah. But I think it's going to come together pretty easily. I don't think we need to. What's our time limit?
I think it's 3 to 6 minutes.
Yeah, we don't need to go too far.
I mean, it's 2 pages. I mean, I'm not gonna write everything out that's on what I wrote and sent to you guys on the PowerPoint. Just like some highlights.
Oh yeah, that's true, because you don't want to be reading that whole thing. That would be
right. I mean, I am gonna read the script as we record it and go through the pictures and stuff like that, but I'm not gonna put all that. That would be too busy.
Yeah. That's a good idea. Yeah, I think if everyone just works on like a couple facts and an ask to the governor or whatever, that sounds good. And everything else looks like it's coming together.
On the letter to the legislator, do you want me to take out the federal funding aspect and just put in the Kentucky aspect? One of the links that Julie sent me, it showed that since between 2005 and 2015, the Title X funding was cut $150 million. But it also tells how many patients that Title X serves just in Kentucky alone. And 77% of them are below the federal poverty level, which is $11,770 a year. Because, I mean, he can't really do anything about the federal funding.
I agree.
Yeah, I mean, that would be a whole new kind of monster to tackle. So, yeah, we can just keep it to him, and, that could be like our small term goal. And if anyone wanted to pick it up later and do more. But, yeah, I think that's a good idea.
Okay.
I do think it might be good to have more than one person do the audio visual recording of the PowerPoint. So like maybe me tell the story and then somebody do the facts and the ask, just so that it is more group oriented.
I agree. And that way it's sort of like you're the patient.
I'm hoping that this can be done maybe Wednesday, but if it can't, I am available Thursday and Friday, like 8:15 p.m. Eastern Standard Time, and then Saturday and Sunday I can make it happen at any time. So if there's somebody else that wants to,
I'm free Wednesday night.
I'm off
okay.
Wednesday, Friday night would work. I work Saturday, but sometime that evening I could probably make work, and Sunday I could probably make work. So, do you want to just like send out an email when you're ready, and then whoever's available can?
Yeah, I mean, I'm planning to keep you guys updated to let you know, I have the pictures I'm working.
And Jenkins is off Wednesday and Friday too.
I could take some pictures and or screenshots from their GoFundMe, which I mean, I don't think they would have a problem with if I was like, hey, can I just use these? I'm like 95% certain that wouldn't be an issue. Like if they can't send me them, then I can figure out a way to make it work.
It looks like a lot of people are available on Wednesday. Jenkins, me, Julie. We could all meet again on Wednesday. You too, Nicole?
I am too.
Okay. Maybe we can all just meet on Wednesday, like at 8.
Yeah, let's plan for that tentatively, and I'll let you know definitely by end of day tomorrow if I still don't have anything and what the plan is. And we can kind of chit chat and decide where to go from there. But yeah, I mean, hopefully we can do this Wednesday.
Yeah.
Because if we could have it all done by Wednesday and submit it, then we're done.
Mm-hmm.
So the next one.
But there's only one left after this. It's going to be fine. Yeah,
So-
that's good.
I have a stupid question, and maybe I've overlooked it in looking at all this because I've been back and forth between both classes and trying to keep things straight in my head. Where do we put where our target audience is?
I don't think it's ever written anywhere, honestly.
I thought maybe I was missing it because we had to pick where it was going to go, but I never saw how we addressed that.
Yeah. I don't know if they were trying to make it obvious. Let me see what the other group did.
Jenkins says she's off Wednesday and Friday, and that print, screen, and crop in Paint are her jam.
Nice. You want to make a fact sheet like that, Jenkins?
I don't see where it says to name what our audience is either, but I think we should, at least maybe when we submit it.
Be in the
'Cause
position.
it makes a difference to me.
Because you know what it's for.
Right.
If we're just presenting it on Facebook to lay people, we use terms that we might not use there, or wouldn't use terms that we would use when we were presenting to
Mhm.
colleagues.
Right.
Hey, Julie, maybe you can answer this question. What's the difference between stage and grade?
On your cancer.
Mm-hmm.
Is grade the ultrasound? And stage is the stage of cancer?
So there's staging, and then there's like I can't remember the letters and numbers and all that stuff, but it talks about like what your tumor size is and all that stuff.
So grade would be like factors like how big it is versus stage is like how far is it spread.
Right. But there are specific. I don't know why I'm blank. It'll be like I'm just pulling numbers and letters off the top of my head, like C2, B3, blah blah blah. It will have, and that means something. And off the top of my head, I can't tell you what it means.
It's okay.
I just looked this up recently. I think that's the grading is through ultrasound. So there's an acronym for it. And like Julie said, like C2 or something, it just means how suspicious it is for cancer. And how not. I'll find it. I just looked it up because I had a patient with
You're talking about your BIRADS.
BIRADS. Yeah.
That's just that can be your ultrasound or your mammogram, and that's just is it normal? Is there something suspicious, that kind of thing. But there's actual staging for your cancer that talks about the size and all that stuff. Let me look real quick because that's okay.
Oh, okay. Jenkins saying something. No such thing.
Stage refers to size and or extent of the original tumor as well as spread.
Yeah, I thought she was talking about BIRADS at first.
Okay, so it's TNM system. TNM. Tumor, nodes, and metastasis.
Mm-hmm.
And then you have your estrogen receptor and progesterone receptor, HER2, and then grade is how much the cancer cells look like normal cells.
So, like, the closer that it looks to normal scale cells, the
I don't know the level of the grading. Hang on, let me look.
lower the number.
The lower the number, because it says low grade, grade 1 have an appearance similar to normal cells, and it's what they look like under the microscope. High grade,
What
grade 3
is-
it says high grade, grade 3 cancer cells appear distinctly abnormal under the microscope.
Okay.
So they're usually graded on
Yeah,
a
because
scale of 1
they
to
had
3.
told me that she had that grade 3, but they didn't tell me what stage it was. I'm assuming it hadn't metastasized even to the nodes in her like armpit. So I'm assuming that's a
So
low
it would
stage.
be carcinoma in situ. Yeah.
Yes, which is what, stage 1?
0 means it hasn't spread outside of the breast. It's in that site.
Okay.
And this says too, sometimes a grade of 4 is used to refer to undifferentiated cancers, which do not resemble any type of normal tissue. Which I don't know. Cancer is staged based on the location of the primary tumor, the tumor size, the regional lymph nodes involvement, the spread of the cancer to nearby lymph nodes, and the number of tumors present.
I was asking because they didn't ever talk to me about, they didn't tell me what the stage was, but at the end, like part of Julie's presentation had people and it had their stages on it. And so I was trying to make it like a cohesive, like.
You can take that part out if it doesn't fit.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. Well, I'll see. Yeah, I'll see how it fits in. I liked it, so I hope I can figure out a way to make it work.
I agree, Jenkins.
Okay.
So I think we've kind of hashed this out as far as what we need to do with that. But do we need to all kind of look over each, like the letter and the fact sheet, and kind of see if we're in agreement with where everything is?
Yeah, I think Victoria moved everything into the into one drive so that we have access to everything in one spot. I do think that the fact sheet may need a little bit more color, but I think the facts are good.
Mm-hmm.
What do y'all think?
Hang on, I'm just looking at the ideas, so I don't see the actual fact sheet. Let me find it.
The fact sheet is under ideas and draft. Scroll all the way down. It looks like somebody made a new one there, and we're not on the PowerPoint anymore. We're back on the ideas and draft sheet.
Oh, sorry.
It's okay.
Yeah.
That just happened yesterday. I don't know. I think maybe Jenkins worked on it. We do need to look. I think we need to look over it. I think what we should do is, once everyone's looked over it, just sign on there and just say, Julie signing off on this, Victoria signing off, so that we know that everyone's looked at this one in the letter too.
I agree.
Labeling will be done.
Yeah. What do you guys think about? I think on page 4 of the fact sheet is an image that I brought over from Susan G. Komen of like warning signs. Do you think that would be something good to include in the audio visual, since we're not putting it on the fact sheet?
Yeah.
And how do you, I don't know. I literally just took it from their site, and there was only one picture with unlimited usage rights that was terrible, that essentially showed the same thing. how do I figure out whether or not I can use that?
I think that from what I've seen, Frontier just lets us use anything as long as we just put the link in the bottom and says image from. That's
Okay.
how I've always done all my papers, and it's always been fine.
I just wanted to make sure because apparently APA is not my strong point, and I didn't want to cause any issues.
Maybe someone else knows.
I think as long as you cite it, that it
Right.
should be okay.
We're
Okay.
actually putting this someplace that might be a different issue as far as using their information without their permission to distribute. But
Sure.
for the assignment, I feel like it's
I would agree.
kosher that way.
Yeah. Yeah, if we would literally put it on some kind of web page, we probably would have to get permission.
Right. And if we decide to do that at some point, we can do that.
Jenkins says when you look at ACNM fact sheets, they don't have much color.
Yeah.
So there's a lot of other fact sheets, like the Kentucky Cancer Program has a great breast cancer fact sheet. That's got lots of color. I can send it to you guys now.
The only reason why I think the color would be good is it grabs patients' attention while they're sitting in the
Yeah.
waiting room.
Here, look at that one. I think so too.
Yeah, I'm not reading something that's on white paper with with two images.
And so
I mean, I'm not trying to be critical. I'm just being honest. Like, I think that we've got a good start on the fact sheet, but I personally wouldn't read it.
So look at the second one, the healthcareutah.edu.
I'm looking at the first one. I'm looking at that Utah one.
Yeah, that one looks great. I don't know if we can.
There
do
aren't
that.
a whole lot of facts. I don't know how to do that. I've tried to do stuff like that in the past. It didn't work out very well.
Yeah, I tried to do that with all the bubbly things, and then it just turned out a little too much.
Yeah,
So
I mean,
this is where I got my inspiration is from this Utah one.
I don't think we need to do a whole lot to the fact sheet. I think maybe a little color might help, but if I'm the only one that feels that way, I'm fine.
But I do like the second one with the bubbles in the. To me, that catches somebody's attention more,
Mm-hmm.
and it's something they can pick up real quick and glance at instead of feeling like they have to read 2 pages of paper.
Right.
I
don't
feel
know.
like the facts are good. That we used that thing in the past. Can't remember the name of the program that is supposed to allow you to do more like that, but it's really hard to use, and I think it would be a lot of hours. And I don't necessarily know that we need to do all of that for this particular project.
Yeah, we don't need a lot of hours into this.
No.
No, I agree. We could make some change the fonts around, make some bold, like put some colors. It doesn't have to be super fancy.
I don't think Jenkins is agreeing with that. I'm with color, but previous version was out of control.
I agree.
Thanks a lot, Jenkins. She won't even.
She's
crack
just
a
being
smile.
honest.
I'm kidding. No, it's fine. It was a lot. It was a lot. I agree.
So
Yeah, I mean, I'm not saying I don't want the color to distract from the information.
No, absolutely not.
So let me play devil's advocate. Is it going to make a difference on submission?
I don't know. I'm just bringing it up.
I mean, if it were,
I'm just asking because if I'm trying to think of what she's gonna think when she looks at it.
You the instructions.
Well, I think either one would be okay because here's the 2 examples. You know, this one is just written with a little picture at the bottom,
right?
and the back is the same.
Right.
And then this
Okay.
one had
Very, very
a little
basic.
more. This one had a little more. It had a little photo here and stuff, but it was just basically basic. So I think we would be okay without using the bubbles and all of that.
Because she does say she wants it visually appealing. Avoid tables and lots of text. Go for maps, graphs, and pictures. Bullets work well in paragraphs, such as she says, to make it more exciting. I don't think we're gonna lose points if we don't, but
I mean, literally just putting in like a background. I mean, can you do that like you do in PowerPoint on Word? I don't know.
I think you can.
that would have to be doing paint or that paint thing.
Okay. Yeah, I mean, I'm not saying that this has to be some big fancy thing. I'm just trying to achieve our goal of making her happy with it. That's all.
Mm-hmm.
Jenkins says she's fine.
Okay.
Dr. Baker, that is.
I haven't had my sister. I was like, if we are giving it to the governor, and I'm off. Oh no, I think that wasn't to the governor. The fact sheet was not to the governor. That was supposed to hang in a health department or something, Jenkins.
I think we talked about both. But
I
Well,
would say the fact sheet would be like something you put in the health department or the office or something for somebody to read.
that's what I was doing it for. That's what I understood. And so I know later we were like, I don't know if this is a good idea. And so we changed it up a little bit, and that's fine. But that was not my intention to go to the governor all pink and bubbly like that. I'm sure he would be.
We can just print it on some neon paper to send to him
well,
so that he can't miss it.
No.
to get his attention. That's
Right.
It'd have to be like bright pink.
Mm-hmm.
Mm-hmm. Well, breast cancer awareness colors.
Sorry.
Yeah.
If his desk looks like mine, there's a bunch of white papers everywhere. If there's something pink or yellow or green, I notice it.
That's what they say to send your resumes in nice paper that's different from all the other paper, because it'll stand out on their desk.
And it's scented.
Ooh. Gosh, I think that might be a little overboard.
It's from Legally Blonde. It's a joke.
Oh. I didn't get it. Sorry. Oh.
So we're
All
Just
right. Well, I
gonna-
think we have a plan in place. What did you want to say, Julie?
I was just going to say we're just going to look over these individually and sign off, and not look over them on here tonight, right?
Right. Correct. Yes.
I say
if
we
we need to, we can.
Yeah.
have them all done by Wednesday when we meet again, and that way we can finalize everything and be done with it and do the recording if we need to and have it complete. What do y'all think?
Sounds
Yeah.
good.
And I'll let you guys know like tomorrow by 8:00 if I don't have the pictures, and we can kind of figure out a new plan if that's not working. But can't foresee why that would be an issue, other than the fact that we're talking about two people that work full time that are surviving breast cancer and have 2 kids. But other than that, they should have all the time in the world.
They're not doing their DNP, right?
One of the patients I saw for the physician that had to leave today has 8 children and brought 5 of them with her. So
Oh my.
she was like, I'm sorry. I'm like, it's okay. I
She came to her
understand.
appointment with 5 kids.
It did not.
Wait till you're seeing all 5 of them at once. That gets hairy.
I've done that in the ER, and we finally had to put a stop to that. But
I once a long time ago I was giving siblings shots, and I think I poked one of the kids with already a poked needle. Like I already gave that shot. There was nothing in there, and so I stuck the other kid with it. Oh my gosh, it was awful because there were so many kids. They were all running around screaming. It was awful. Not safe.
At least they were all from the same family.
I know. It's like, God, at least I didn't infect somebody with somebody else's. Oh, that could have been really bad. Yeah.
Okay, so really we just need to all look over the fact sheet and the letter and make sure that we're in agreement, and then finish up the audio visual and we're done, right?
Yeah. I think we got to work on the letter a little bit. There's a couple more things in there that we need to add.
I'm going
So
to go in
Trisha
and-
is texting me now. She said, "Do you need the pictures by 9 tonight?" I said, "Can you just get them to me by tomorrow evening?" Is that okay?
It's fine because
That's up to you because you're the one that's.
Yeah, I mean, that'll give me all day. Oh, she said, I haven't read the story yet, but Cammie said it was very well written, accurate, and brought her to tears. And they also said, which I didn't really expect this reaction, but she said, we really appreciate you engaging us in your project. Cammie and I just had a conversation about how healing it is to recap and go through our story. She says, yes, she's off tomorrow, so she can get them to me. Some things I hadn't even realized we hadn't processed yet. It reminds me of something whenever I had a mom go through what can be perceived as a traumatic birth experience. I sit with her and recap her whole story, then encourage her to retell and keep telling her story. For me, I think recapping and retelling helps the mom really process what just happened and gives her strength to own it. You're having Cammie and I relive what we've all just been through feels like a healing experience.
Oh, that's
Sweet.
awesome.
Mm-hmm. Look at that. I love it.
So, what did you say needs to be added to the letter?
Yeah, I think Nicole said she's looking at it.
I'm going to
tonight.
go through and reword pretty much about, not all of it, but I'm going to take out the federal funding information and put in Kentucky information. Excuse me, since we're writing it to the governor of Kentucky, because he wouldn't have any control over the federal funding. But I'm going to put in there that, breast cancer treatment costs range between this and this, and the earlier you catch it, the lower that on the range that is to treat. So
I think I already have.
I think there's something in there about that.
I wrote it on the side.
I think it's on the side.
Yeah.
So I'm going to go kind of incorporate all that. And I may just do a separate page where I don't take out anything anybody's typed in yet. And then that way we can look at it. If there's stuff we want to bring down, we can. Is that okay?
Yeah. Mari, what are your credentials?
CNM, I haven't set for WHMP boards yet. I will be dual certified, but for now I'm just a plain old midwife trying to get credentialed at the hospital.
No, it's fine. Do you have any other special like C's or EFMs or?
No.
Okay.
Just
no worries.
No. I feel very underqualified compared to everybody else. And I didn't do that because I was like, I'm in grad school and
no, it's fine.
I'll be done. And I didn't want to waste.
You're about to have dual certification and having your DNP, girl. You have nothing to feel underqualified about. So
right.
Okay. Thank you for making me feel okay about myself.
It's true. All right.
So, aside from potentially meeting Wednesday to record this,
I think we're going to be fine to meet Wednesday to record.
Okay.
Based on what she's saying right now, which is she's off tomorrow. She'll get the pictures to me.
Do we need to discuss the social justice analysis and that kind of stuff at this point, or are you guys?
What does that do?
I think let's get through this first and then focus on that.
Yeah, when does that due? Oh, June 6th. No, June 17th.
We present the 14th.
We present the 14th. So, yeah, I mean, we could, if you guys are cool with that, we could just keep meeting on Mondays at 8. We could just meet the day after the 27th, next Monday. Does anyone have any special plans on Memorial Day?
I'm working.
I don't know yet.
I'm working, but I should be able to get home by 8.
Okay, yeah. Maybe we can.
Jenkins wants to not be on video, just audio.
Well, we could just meet then and talk about social justice that day if you guys are cool with it. We'll just have our weekly meeting gatherings. It's like, family time every week. Okay. Well, how long is this recording, Julie?
I don't remember what time I started it, but it's 8:43, and it wasn't very long after that after 8 that I started. So
we got another half an hour, so we should be good for an hour and then we'll submit all of our other stuff, so we should be okay. Yeah, we could also decide on Wednesday how we're going to submit it and stuff like that too. Okay. I think only one person has to do it.
I think so.
All right. Are we good?
Good. Thanks,
Okay.
everybody.
Thank
Thanks, everyone.
you.
Bye.
Bye.
Bye.